TV's is Psychic Bob. Woo! Glorified. We are broadcasting from London, and it is good. And welcome to our show today. How you guys doing out there? Well, I tell you, if you weren't here last night, you missed it. We had such a good time. We did astrology forecast. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the stars this week. If you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. It's in the queue right before this video. Better yet, so you don't miss anything, why don't you make sure to hit that subscribe button and be part of Spirit Channel. I'd love to have you here. By the way, for those of you who are new here, saying, who is this crazy guy? What's he on about? My name is Bob Hickman. I'm also known as Psychic Bob here at YouTube. And you've arrived at my channel, which is called Spirit Channel. This channel is all about the work of the spirit. 7 days a week we broadcast. We have something every day, something new. For you guys. So like last night we did astrology. Every Monday we do astrology. Tuesday we do live psychic readings. Wednesday we do Wiccan Wednesday. Thursday we do a seance. Friday we do live psychic
readings. And Saturday and Sunday, Cola gives it that.
Cola. Excuse me, I'm sorry. She's forgetting who she is.
It's because we've been to the Duke of York, haven't we?
So anyways, I apologize for that. If you have children in the room, I do apologize. Well, we're going to be censored because of you. Anyways, apologize for that. So, oh my gosh. If it's not Cola acting up, it's Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop, what are you doing? Get over here. Come over here. What are you doing? You're smoking. You can't smoke. What is it? A twiglet. Let me see what that is. All right, here, you can chill. It's not a cigarette, at least. Thank goodness. But what is this? Twiglets. Oh, you're not eating these. Oh, my gosh, guys. Cola pulled a nasty trick on me earlier. She said, Bob, these are a great snack. I want to treat you to it. She bought them for me. Got them home. I ate them, and I said, ugh, something's off about these. They're made with Marmite. And any of you guys know I hate Marmite. It's the worst thing. It's a yeast extract. And they coated this with Marmite. I ate it and about threw up. Lamb Chop, you don't want to eat that. You like them? All right, well, you can have these twiglets, okay? All right, I'll let you have them. All right, just relax. I thought at first he was smoking. Eating a Marmite. All right, Cole, you can have those. All right. Well, why don't you go over there and sit with Cola and you can nibble on that, okay? Yeah. All right, there you go. Go to Cola. Oh, you just stole his Marmite stick. Oh, my gosh, she's addicted. I hate these snacks. She totally set me up. Anyways, well, I am glad you're here. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for messages from the spirit world. Just a few quick announcements. I don't know if this week we're going to have psychic development class. We're going to be doing some stuff on Saturday. Hopefully we can be settled and do the show. But you never know when you're traveling how things work out. So I'll let you know in the next day or so. I've got to do some stuff and sort out some things. But we may have psychic development class on Saturday. And a lot of you have been waiting and wondering. So I will let you know. By the way, I'm wearing today, show you my cool jewelry. This is my Navaratna bracelet. It's real gems, the 9 gems of the zodiac. I'm wearing that today because I just love astrology. And then I have on a very special historical pendant. Some of you may know what this is if you've been around a long time. Do any of you recognize this pendant? It's from a very famous movie. If I said the movie Rosemary's Baby, would you remember that? Well, let me tell you, I'm wearing a very special piece. This was actually one of the props that was on the set of Rosemary's Baby. You may remember the witches put around Mia Farrow's character a ball, and it had tannis root in it. Well, this is actually one of the ones that was on the set of the movie. Long story, but I met the guy who managed the props, and he gave it to me. And its original was bought in 1967 in New York, and it was used in the movie. They had actually about 30 of them, because when you do a movie, you have to buy multiple copies of major props in case something happens. So Roman Polanski, who was the director of the movie, told this guy that I met, the prop guy, he told him, he said, go out and see if you can find some to use for tannis root. Well, he thought this looked very witchy. And he said to the lady, it was a little hippie shop in New York. And he said, how many of those do you have? She said, oh, I just got a whole case and I've got about 30 of them. And he said, I'll buy all 30. He bought all 30. And a few of them were used on the movie. And then a bunch of them were given out as gifts afterwards. And he had a few that he saved. And he gave this to me. It's the original one from 1967. It was on the set of Rosemary's Baby. If you look up the movie, you can see this is the exact one. It's not similar. It's not a copy. It is the one that was used. And not the one Mia Farrow. She didn't actually wear this one. But it was on the set, kept in case she needed it. So I have the original tennis ball root pendant from Rosemary's Baby. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a classic. In fact, it got inducted into the American Hall of Classic Films. The Smithsonian Institution saved that movie in its archives. So it's world famous. Mia Farrow stars in it, and I can't remember who else. It was a really good movie. But this is, when you look, you can see real close detail. This is the actual tennis ball. Now, what's interesting is in the movie, they always say that it's got tennis root in it, but you actually never see the tennis root. While you're watching me, the ball, this one doesn't actually open. It's sealed solid. And in the movie, they never open because it was never made to open. But theoretically, it's supposed to open. You put herbs in it. But it's really was a prop, a movie prop. So there you go. Some history for you guys. How you like that today?
And Bob said I could have it.
Call trying to swipe this off me. Between her and Lamb Chop, I'm telling you, I'm going to lose all my jewelry.
If it's off a creepy film, you can keep it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. And if you haven't seen that movie, go see it, okay? Lady Jane, the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, very creepy film. Watched it again recently, and I don't remember it being quite that bad. LOL. It's a good movie, but go watch it again and look at the close-up. Zoom in if you can on this pendant. This is the exact one Mia Farrow wore. So I've got it. This is original. It was on the movie set.
You had it, Bob.
You see. So there you go. All right. Well, gosh, a lot of you are here. There's Christine C's here. Lady Jane is here. There's Baroness Colbos. Well, we know she's here.
Yeah, trouble with the capital T.
Capital T. There's Christine C. Yay. Oh my gosh, there's Glittery Rainbow. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you guys here. Welcome. Yeah, oh my gosh. There's TGVG. TGVG, were you here? Did you hear my story about my pendant? If you didn't, go back and watch it. This is a very famous prop from a famous movie.
He'll get his chance soon enough to get stuff like that.
Yeah, there's Sandra D. Hello, Sandra D. Well, welcome to our show today, guys. Well, listen, before we do any readings, because Psychic Bob's no good unless we open the channel. There's Starlight Worker. Welcome, welcome. Lady Jane says she feels that movie Rosemary's Baby has gotten even creepier.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't like that film.
TGVG, did you hear the whole story? Were you here earlier? Anyways, I'll just give you the nutshell because you as a movie person will appreciate this. This pendant is from the movie Rosemary's Baby. It was a 1968 film with Mia Farrow. And I acquired this from the prop master who worked on the film. Now, this one wasn't worn by Mia Farrow, but it was kept on the set as an emergency backup. It is the exact one that she wore, the Tannis root pendant. So it's like, 55 years, 60, was it 55 years old now. So go look at the movie Rosemary's Baby. You will see I got this actually from the guy who bought the props for the movie. He was the prop master. And Mia Farrow wore this one. He bought a case of 30 of these from a little hippie shop. They're made of sterling silver. They're from 1967. And this was kept as an emergency backup in case the other Tannis root pendant broke. There were a bunch of, some were given out to the cast, some were given to people. But the guy who did the props had a few left, and he gave me one as a gift because he knew I was a big fan. So there you go. It's an original from the movie. So that's kind of neat history. TGV says, wow, that's amazing, sir. Always nice to see it. Yeah, when you go see the movie, you'll really appreciate it even more because They have people out there who make copies of it, but this is the actual one that was used in the film.
And it's quite heavy.
And it's sterling silver from 1960s. It was bought in, he told me this, it was bought in the case of these in 1967. And during the movie, they had to keep them on the set because, like if you're a director, so you understand. If you're doing a major movie and you lose the main prop that the story rolls or and you're in trouble. So the Roman Polanski gave him money and said, go buy this. And he told me about a case of 30 of them. And he said it was really cheap. I think he paid like $20. And now that was probably a lot of money in 1960, but he bought all 30 of them for $20. And so this is the one. They were all the exact same pendant. So I have the actual Tannis-root pendant. I really treasure it. Anyways, for those of you who are fans of movies and horror buffs and sci-fi, you will probably recognize this and appreciate it. If you don't, you'll have to go study it. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, we got to do some meditation to raise the vibration. So I want everybody to get comfortable. All right. Take your hands off your keyboards, okay? Mm-hmm. And we're going to just start. So I want you guys to get comfortable. Let's just start by closing our eyes. And as we close our eyes, I want us to follow our breathing, just gently in and out. And as we follow our breathing, let's let go all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace within. And as we follow our breathing, I want you to draw your attention now down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of you, in the middle of the chest, I want you to see a little spark of white light. Just a little pinpoint of light. And as you watch that light, I want you to see it become a little brighter and a little larger. And let that light expand and grow into form a small glowing cloud of light in the middle of your chest. It's like a small cloud with the warm sun inside of it, so it's bright and shining, okay? So just work on seeing and forming those clouds, okay? You got that? Very good. Now, we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to take those clouds of light, we're going to expand them, fill our entire body from head to toe with glowing light. Now remember, it's light, so it travels at the speed of light, so it can be done instantly. No effort. Okay? Very good. All right, watch those clouds. We're going to count down now from 3 to 1. All right. 3, 2, keep focused. Watch that light. 1, blink on. Woo, glorifying. Colagago, did you feel the light? Did it flash across the room?
Yeah, I just saw a big flash.
You saw a big flash of light?
Oh, no, that was you getting up the shower this morning.
Cola got glorified. All right. Well, here we are live from London. If you just tuned in, welcome to our show. I'm Psychic Bob. We're going to do live psychic readings. By the way, I'm going to say thank you very much. Your donations are keeping me afloat this month as I'm traveling. It really has helped me out. $4.99 and above will get Psychic Bob's special attention. I thank you in advance. All right. I got a spirit voice talking to me. TGVG, I have to come to you. I've got your buddy back here, Cecil, in my ear, and he will not let up. And he said, TGVG, he said, tell him, get ready, get going. Things are happening. It's time for you to push into the world, push that resume out, make some phone calls, get into the world. Cecil is excited. He seems very hyper back here and eager to work with you. I really see as we complete this month, the end of January, a lot of doors opening around you, so stay close to Cecil. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, our first donation today. Sandra Bradley, $5 donation. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you. Welcome back. Listen, Sandra, right now I'm walking into your light here. I'm getting a female voice around you. I think this is actually a grandmother here. I want to place it on the mom's side of the family, but I hear this woman talking to me. And she said, I want to dance with her. And she seems like she's like really excited right now because what she's saying is she says, tell Sandra, she said, it's about her time to celebrate. I had this woman, it is grandma. She said, it's her grandma. All right, so she's here. She said, it's about time to celebrate. She said that you've made progress with the spirit world, that the spirit world recognizes your time. And she said, you're going to get a blessing in the financial area. Looks like month of February, some doors are opening money-wise. I see money coming in the household through your husband and through you. So I think both of you are at a turning point. Watch the month of February, financial blessings. Let your grandma help because she's dancing with you. Blessings to you. All right, there's Glittery Rainbow. €5. Thank you, Glittery Rainbow. Good to see you. Listen, I got to tell you right now, I'm walking into your light, and I've got your guide Heidi back here. And I just heard Heidi say, she said, I'm going to turn up the volume on her resume. And I said, what do you mean about that? She said that as you send out job applications, she's infusing light and music into them. So people are going to just feel this draw towards your resume. So Heidi's helping raise the vibration to get you out there and get the money flowing, okay? So what I want you to do is sit down with your resume this week, ask her to infuse it with her power, be present with her, sit in meditation, let her empower. Then you can send out your emails or mail it, however you do it. But even if you do it electronically, that power is infused in it. All right. So stay close to Heidi. She's getting you some work. I think that the work is going to turn literally within the next week to 2 weeks. Blessings. All right. There's Christine C. $4.99. Hello, Christine. Good to see you. Love to you and Sister Cola. Anything for me. All right, Christine. Let me step into the light here. You know, right now, Christine, as I'm walking into your light here, I'm hearing Dwight Eisenhower back here. Isn't that interesting? It's such a distinct voice. Dwight Eisenhower said, he said, America, this is his words. He said, America was made great because people were willing to try. And he said, right now, you've been really putting energy out and trying to get everything going. He said, this is not missed by the spirit world. And so you're going to see the money start to increase here. It looks like the next 7 days, doors are opening financially for you. And it's funny because I know you've been hitting a wall in the real estate, but I feel this is part of the next 7 days coming for you. I also see more work opportunities. It's almost like everybody wants you suddenly. And it's weird. It's like you think, well, I don't know what to do. And suddenly money offers are coming. So the next 7 days are turning times for you here. And let Dwight Eisenhower lead you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Baroness Cobas, £1.79. Thank you, Baroness.
That's okay, I'll get it back later.
Oh, okay, she's going to get it back. We had an amazing lunch today, by the way. We went to a traditional English pub. Oh, the beer was smooth as silk. I drank English bitter and had a traditional English meal, steak and ale pie. It was delicious. And what'd you have, Cola?
I had fish and chips.
She had fish and chips and tartar sauce.
And tomato sauce.
It was really
sticky
good.
toffee pudding.
Yeah, we had sticky toffee pudding and ice cream for dessert. Oh,
and 2 pots.
I'm still full. And she had 2 pots of Earl Grey tea. All right, Cola, let me step into your light. Hold on just a second. Let me just step into your light here. She's sitting right over here, so hold on. Yeah. You know, when I'm stepping into your energy here, I'm getting irritation. This is connected to the pillows that you're sleeping on. There's a chemical thing. I feel this is related to the laundry process. There's some sort of chemical process that's irritating the skin. That's what I was going to say, soap powder or some type of cleaning process. That's what's doing it to you. We may have to get you separate pillow covers. Okay, but that's what I'm getting. Doris, I just heard Doris. Hold on. Doris just said, she said, yes, that's right. So she's in agreement.
What about my hair?
All right.
I have it in my hair this morning.
I'm not sure about that. Let me come back to that, okay? I'll come back to it. Thank you so much. All right. Next person. Let's see. Who is this? Lady Bree, $5 donation. Thank you, Lady Bree. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm losing my voice here. Good to see you, Lady Bree. Welcome back. Listen, I got to tell you right now, as I'm stepping into your light here, I'm getting Nemoe's voice around you. She's asking me to, I keep hearing her say something about, she said, continue to walk in the light. She said that there may be people approach you that are tempting you to turn away from a spiritual path. They may say, oh, that's not important, or don't do that. Nemue says, don't believe that. She said, you've had many lifetimes working in Avalon, and you know the truth of spirit. You know the power of spirit. Do not be deceived by those who would turn you away from your faith or make you doubt. So Nemue's come in to give you kind of a shore up here and a little power. She also says that, she said, remember, she said, the material world is best conquered with the help of the spirit world. So don't throw away allies, because I do feel that this next few weeks for you is a time of transition in the work area with more money, more opportunities. What's strange is, I have to tell you, I feel as if you're totally going to shift out of your job before the month of January is over. Be ready for that. Let Nemue guide you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's Star Lightworker. Hello, Star, $5 donation. Thank you very much, Star. Listen, Star, I got to tell you right now, I'm in your light. I've already got your dad's voice back here. And I hear your dad, literally, he just pushed his way through the crowd. There's a lot of voices around you. But he goes, you tell her father, sir. You tell her father, sir. Your dad's here for you. He's asking me to let you know, one, that he says, tell her everything's fine with mom and I. And we're just checking in on her. Your dad says that he has been praying for you. He said, our whole family believes in prayer. And he's been praying for you. And he said that in the light, he said, there's all joy. He said, to let you know, because he said, you've been thinking about them lately. He said, I know she thinks of us, but we're very close and we can perceive her communication. Keep talking to your dad. He just wants to help you. He said something about, he said that he wants to help you get secure financially. And he said, she'll get there. But he said, she has to kind of work a little more towards it. And it does look like, as I've told you before, but he's saying it now, that this next month is very significant around the work area. Your dad said, the words he keeps saying is steady, 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 steady. So you're gonna move on. Just don't do anything radical. Don't suddenly change course. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're moving forward. And your dad is encouraging me to share that with you. Thank you, Star. Blessings to you. There is Glittery Rainbow, €5. Thank you, Glittery. I cannot see my screen here. Thank you. Any tips Spirit can give me for tomorrow's interview, please? All right. Well, here's my tip for you. All right. My tip, and then I'll tell you what the Spirit people say. My tip is, don't be late. Show up. Give it your best effort. All right. Spirit brought you there, but you got to do your part. Hold on. Leslie Flint's coming in here. He has something to say. Says Leslie. Very good. Leslie said, he said, remind her that she has psychic gifts and that she doesn't turn those off just because she's in an interview. So it looks like Spirit is going to channel through you. You want to think about that channeling process as you're going in, because when Spirit works through you, you'll say things you hadn't planned. It'll even be better than what you had planned. So I want you to bring Leslie with you. I just heard Rose back here as well. She said she'll be there as well. So you got Leslie and Rose with you in the interview room. Let them channel through you. Don't worry about trying to figure it out. Just let it happen. You'll rock it. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Emily. Hello, Emily. $5 donation. Thank you, Emily. Blessings. Any spirits or guides have a message for me? Hold on, Emily. Let's see who's back here. You know, Emily, right now,
Okay.
I'm hearing a voice coming through. It's a female voice here. Who is this? I know this voice and I can't place this person. Is it Eileen? I can't hear. Doris, can you help me? Is that Eileen Garrett trying to come through? It is? All right. Emily, Eileen Garrett's here. I had a little trouble hearing her. Yes, she's here for you. Emily, it looks like you have a gift for working with earthbound spirits. And I get the sense that you may have had this experience before, feeling presences, or like you feel like there are people in the room at times. This is nothing to be afraid of. This is a natural gift you have. But Eileen Garrett is back here. She said she wants to help you have greater clarity about your communication with spirit, and she's going to be working with you. So I think you have the makings of a natural medium. They're talking to me about you working with what we call rescue work, which is helping trap souls. So I think some doors are opening with the spirit world for you to have greater connection psychically so you can do some spirit work and do rescue work. All right. I want you to look up Eileen Garrett, Garrett. First name Eileen. I think she's spelled Eileen, or it might be Ail. I think it's Eil. Eileen Garrett. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there's TGVG, £2.49, pence, euros, whatever. €2. I don't know what country I'm in. All right. Thank you very much, TGVG. Are there any messages from Jesse Lasky? Thank you. Hold on. Let me see if I can find out anything from him. Doris, can you help me with that? Leslie's going to help? Oh, hold on. Leslie wants to help with this one. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah. Jesse's coming. I got his voice. This is really cool. I couldn't get him last time, but he's here. And what he said, TGVG, he says, I'm your mentor. That's the words he said. He says, I am your mentor. I want to help you. He said, yes, these other guides are helping, but please keep me as your mentor. So he seems to feel like he wants to come in and really be a mentor. He wants you to know that he is in the light. And he said, feels like he passed before his time. He said, I never felt like I got everything done. But he goes, well, what can you do? That's how life on earth is. But he wants to be here to be a mentor to you and to let you know he feels he passed too quickly, but he is going to help you. He's asking me to talk to you as well about the words he said, portfolio. Portfolio. I don't know if you have a portfolio, but I feel like he wants you to go back, revisit a portfolio. He wants to give you some insight or input. I think this is dealing with like your film portfolio, but he wants to help rework that. He said it needs a little bit of adjustment. So stay close to him, but he's going to be a mentor to you. Blessings to you. Thank you. I hope that helps. Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? We never know who's going to come through. I can't control it, but sometimes the spirit world brings them. There's Sandra D. Hello, Sandra D. Good to see you. She just changed her name. Is her name say Sandra D?
Yeah.
Sandra, you're great. So yeah, well, her name was Sandra O, but I called her Sandra D. She switches. Sandra, that's really sweet. I'm glad you did that. That's touching. $3.99. Thank you for your kind donation. Listen, I got to tell you right now, I'm walking your line. I got Doris Stokes in my ear back here. And the word she keeps saying, she says, tell Sandra she's overthinking things. That's her words, not mine. She said, you're racing. She said, your mind is trying to process a million things. She said, the human mind cannot do that for long or it will be injured. So she's asking you to just let go of your fear, be on autopilot. Do you know this word autopilot means just let things happen? You can't control it. You can't change it. You can't fix it, but the spirit world can. All right. Now, right now, what you want to focus on is focus on just being positive, keeping your vision. All right. Dora said, that's right. Keep your vision. I want you to remember you have a future. See, the problem is that your ex wants you to think you have no future. And that's a trick of the devil, really. And he's under the influence of the devil. Just be at one with God, be at one with the universe. All right. And you're going to come through this. Okay. I do. I feel this next month, once we get into February, everything gets very clear and very
this will be a distant memory.
Yeah, and all this, and Cole agrees with me. It's all going to be a distant memory. All right. So you hang in there. I want you every day. Tell Doris your problem. Say, Doris, I'm stressed about this. Give it to her. She will clear it out of your mind and give you peace. That's what the spirit people do. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there's Glittery Rainbow. €5. Thank you, Glittery. What is happening around the search of my home, please? I know what to look for, but it doesn't happen. I'm just depressed at this point. Help, please. Glittery, listen to me. Psychic Bob's trying to help you. You are not doing anything I told you. Now, Psychic Bob loves you, but I love you enough to tell you the truth. As I've told you, this is going to happen over the month of January. We're only partway through the month. It's not done. Okay? So you want to slow everything down. Now, are you doing your part? Because we have to work. It's us with the spirit world. All right. So in terms of the search, I'm going to just be honest. What I'm picking up around this is that you're not being focused in your search. You're getting anxious and you're not really following through. So you got to slow down, follow through, be very methodical. Treat looking for your house as if it's your job. You know, you have a structure. You get up 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you do this, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, you do that. Make a schedule and be focused on that. You're going to open a door, but you've got to go down, slow down, and you've got to let Heinrich help you because he's involved. Let Rose help you. Let Doris, all the spirit people, and Heidi too. All right? You stop with the depression. There's nothing to be depressed about because we're actually not behind schedule. I want you to remember this is done by spirit timing because you didn't just end up in Berlin by chance. You were led by spirit, and spirit's working out a process. And I know it's hard because we as humans want to see everything bam, bam, bam. But we have to learn to trust spirit. This is part of spiritual development. And I see by the end of this month, as I've told you, it's not the end of the month yet. It's all going to come real close in timing, but the timing will be by divine order. All right. Cola said she's going to call you tonight. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Liney C. €5 or £5. Thank you, Liney. Hi, Psychic Bob. Is there anything for me, please? Blessings to you, Liney. This is I think she's American psychic. Leonora Piper's talking to me. And I hear her voice. And Leonora said that she's coming in, she says, to get you back on track spiritually. Looks like you've been feeling a little overwhelmed. It's like you've kind of got veered off your path with spirit. Now, that doesn't mean you're not spiritual, but it's like your focus is going to need a little help. So Leonora Piper's coming in to help you with that. She's a wonderful mystic. She was a trance medium. She was a visionary. She was a clairvoyant, clairaudient. I want you to research her, Leonora Piper, because she's literally back here talking to me. And she said, I want to help Liney. I want to help Liney. I said, Liney, you got one of the world's best psychics coming in. When the spirit sends somebody important like that to you, that's a real sign that you have some serious work to do. And the spirit's committed to helping you. So I feel you're getting a blessing here. Also, I want you to watch because I see the month of February here around you as a financial blessing month. I feel like you've been a little on hold with the money and you're ready for some growth opportunities and change. And I think February will bring that as well. Work with Leonora Piper. She's going to help you. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. All right, there's Baroness Cole Bob's again. £1.79. Thank you, Baroness. Bob's, a message from Coco, Janelle's grandmother, please. Hi, Coco. Good to see you. I didn't see you here earlier. I'm so sorry. I wasn't ignoring you, but I'm glad you're back with us. Let me see if I can find out anything from your grandma. Okay, hold on just a second. Doris, are you back there? Can you help me with that? Doris is trying to get her through. Oh, I got her voice. Hold on. I got two voices coming. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm not sure it's her. Doris, I can't hear her. Can you is that her grandmother? Got her. Okay. Coco, I got your grandma back here. She said to me, she's funny. She said, and you tell her I'm not going anywhere till she listens to me. She's a little bit of a feisty character. She comes in here with a real kind of pushy attitude, but in a good way. Like, I love her. Like, I want to hug her. She's like my grandmother, I feel like. But she's here and she said, you tell her she's got to listen to me. She said, right now, you've been a little distracted. She said, some of these crazy guys you've been talking to, she said, they're wasting your energy. She said, you get back focusing on you. That's from her. I'm not saying it. So don't be mad at me if you don't like it. But that's what she said. She said, forget the crazy boys. She said, you be focused on you. She said that this year, 2023, for you is a really good career-wise year, that you get things going. Now, what's interesting, Coco, I don't know if you've been trying to build a business or looking at that, but your grandmother keeps showing me papers that look like kind of like setting up a corporate structure here. So I think you've got some talent in building your own business, and she's coming in to help with that. So, like she said, put away the crazy boys, no matter how pretty they are. She said, you be focused on that document and you're going to rock it. Okay. She sends her love. And she said, oh, I'm so glad I got through. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you. Thank you. I hope that helps. I wonder, you never know who's going to
That
come
was a
through.
lovely message,
Isn't
wasn't
it
it?
amazing? I tell you, this is the part of being a medium.
I laughed
I
when you
love
said the crazy boys. Just got to keep away from the crazy boys.
That's what she said. I'm telling you. I know. I love it. All right. Oh my gosh. Here's Amanda S. Hello, Amanda. Good to see you. Hi, guys. Please tell me something good from Spirit Bob's. Thank you. Have fun in that beautiful country. I tell you, man, I love England so much. I don't think I'm ever going back to
You
America.
want to stay with
I
your
keep
boys.
finding ways to extend my trip, but I think I'm just going to keep on keeping on until I have to leave.
Would that have anything to do with Cola?
Well, we're trying.
He likes the trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, she's definitely trouble in my world, but a good trouble. All right, Amanda, let me see what's going on with Spirit with you. Hold on. Let me walk into the light here. Give me just a moment. Okay, I got your father's voice coming in here. He just stepped in. He goes, I'm present. He just wanted to let me know he's here. And he says, tell Amanda. They said, I'm going to help her. He's talking about your sister. And he said, I'm going to help her with her sister. Looks like you have a sister right now that may be having some challenges. And your dad says to tell, he says, tell her don't do it alone. She don't have to handle it. I'm going to come in and get it sorted. He said, I always communicated really better with her than you ever did. He said, let me help. So if you're having some family challenge, okay, I'm not saying you are, but he seems to feel you are. He's coming in to help with that, okay? Your father's also asked me to talk to you about, now I don't understand this part. It sounds a little strange. But he's talking about a move, a house, or getting the words he's literally said are getting that house situation sorted so she can move on to it. So I don't know if you're thinking about changing houses or you've been thinking, boy, if I could buy that house, I would. But there's something with a real estate coming. I get the sense is a little later in the year, probably closer to spring, like May or even summertime. But your dad seems interested to help you with the financial situation, with the housing situation. And he's like, we're going to get her moved on. And so you and your husband looks like they're going to have an opportunity to get into a home that you really love, that you weren't planning on buying, but yet it just kind of opens. And that's your dad's influence. All right. So let him help you. He's going to take care of the sister. He's going to take care of the housing situation. So hang in there. He got a good ally there. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Dan the Man 86. Yay. $10 donation. Hi, Dan the Man. I don't know if 86 is your birth year or your high school year. I graduated high school in 1986. Yeah, Psychic Bob been around a long time. Well, welcome to the show. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me? Let me see, Dan, what's going on around you here. I got to tell you, Dan, right now, I'm walking to your light. I'm getting flashes, beautiful orange light, just like rays of orange light pouring down on you. That means that Spirit's trying to open up your creativity. And I think right now, Dan, you're at a crossroads here where you've got to really attune to the creativity. I'm getting music around you. I'm getting writing music, playing music, performance of music. It's really creative stuff. Could be video production, sound production. It's really interesting, but you're about to cross into a time where there's immense creativity around you. And I'm going to tell you what Spirit's showing me is that you need to really let that creativity reign. Don't be afraid of it. Don't say, well, I'll do it later. It's now. It's just beckoning you. I keep seeing around you the months of February and March as significant connectedness, as if it's I'm forming contracts or I'm getting visibility at that time. So starting now, I know we're in January, but February, March will be here before you know it. So start now, be an open channel. I want you literally every day to visualize orange light coming through you and keep a notepad while you're doing this and start writing down all the images, the ideas that are coming to you. I just feel like this is a major turning point for you. And 2023, the entire year is kind of based off what's starting to happen now. So be very present in the moment. Don't look to the past. It's done. Don't say, well, back last time I tried to do this, it was bad, and this and this and this. Let it go. You're in a whole new channeling experience. And this year, you're going to rock it. All right. Let me know if that makes some sense. I hope so. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right. There is, oh my gosh, our donation. Therapist, $4.99. Thank you, therapist. It's very kind of you. Excuse me. My voice is gone. Hello, Bob. Does Spirit have anything for me today? Thank you. Well, thank you, therapist. It's very nice. You guys are so nice. When you write your pleasant messages and asking for messages, it's just really nice because, you know, there was a time when I did YouTube and people would demand to read it. So I have to have this now or I'm leaving. You guys are so polite to me. And I just want to tell you how much it means and I appreciate it. It makes it easier for me to open the channel. Listen, therapist, I got to tell you right now, I've got Doris Stokes back here in my ear. And Doris is talking about a move for you. I know we've talked about, you were looking at Arkansas, and I think I told you Texas. I'm still seeing Texas around you. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I really got to encourage you because she's saying it here again. And she said Texas will be her turning point. So I think that when you go to Texas, everything starts to open up for you. Now, you may not be, as I said, planning that, but will you just humor me and humor the spirit people and explore it? Because I think you're going to find opportunities that you weren't expecting. And I feel like you could be there literally within the next month, literally. I'm also getting a voice back here. I believe this is a grandmother. I think this is on your mom's side of the family. I got a woman talking. It could be great-grandmother, but I'm going to say grandmother on the mother's side. And I just heard her say that she's coming in to heal your heart. She said, you're still letting go of a lot of emotional pain. She said, that's all right. Take your time with the healing. Be very careful right now, therapists, of relationships. I think that it'd be very easy for you to get tangled up with somebody that wouldn't be the best for you. So just take everything slow. Let your grandma help you. Thank you. I hope that helps today. Blessings to you. All right. There is Princess, $1 donation. Hello, Princess. Good to see you. Listen, Princess, I got to tell you right now where I'm walking into your light here, I'm getting flashes of purple and red light around you. Purple light says that you're trying to open it. And I think that right now you've got to work on doing some emotional healing. Caller, are we? It says we just lost
broadcasting. I think that lass is getting tormented by trolls.
Okay. So, Princess, I want you to try to understand that as we release the emotional pain, we're more able to connect to our higher self and to spirit. And you definitely have some psychic energy that's flowing around you because of that purple light. But the red, I feel, is blocking it a little bit.
The trolls get the
So don't let anybody, trip you up. Don't take, one of the things that a psychic told me once, one of my teachers in the spiritualist church said, Bob, don't take it all so seriously. And I was like, but I have to be a good psychic. I got to be really focused. I got to do good reads. And he said, yeah, do your best, but don't take life so seriously. And I think that was really good advice because sometimes I know I get all wound up in a stew over stuff. And Princess, your power is great, but right now something's blocking it. And I want you to try to say, I'm going to let that go because I've got a higher power called spirit. That's your key right now. I also pick up around your relative here. I want to place this on your father's side, the family. And it feels like it's a grandmother on the father's side. And I hear this woman just saying to me, she said, calm and peace. I bring calm and peace. So you've got some help from spirit from her and the other angels and guides. And I also pick up Archangel Michael around you. Okay, so you got help from Michael, help from your grandmother, and Doris and Rose are helping you as well. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Starlight Worker 222. Thank you, Stars. Very kind of you. Blessings for anyone needing messages. All right. This next message has been sponsored by Starlight Worker. It's for everybody here. If you didn't get a psychic message from Psychic Bob, this is for you. Okay. So, listen, Doris is talking to me right now. Hold on. This is for everybody here. Listen up. This is for all y'all. If you didn't get a message, this is for you. Okay. Doris Stokes is in my ear back here. She's always talking to me. She said, please. She says, tell everyone. She said that life is eternal. She said, so many people, she said, get trapped in fear that somehow they're going to die and everything's done. Doris wants everybody here to know that she's coming through with her voice here to let everybody know that life is eternal. And she said, it doesn't matter how you've been in the past. Each day is a day to choose the light, to choose God, to choose spirit. Some of you think you're beyond redemption. That's what she said. She said, many here think they're beyond redemption. She said, in the spirit world, life is unlimited, love is unlimited. But she says, please tell them they don't have to wait until they're in spirit to do good. Start now. And she said, by your choices each day, you will grow in the light. Isn't that beautiful? So listen, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, you are loved. Doris said, she said, infinite intelligence loves all their children. All of us are children of the divine. You may not feel worthy of that, but you are worthy and you are already loved. All right. Let Doris help you understand that. Blessings to all of you. Star, thank you for sponsoring. I think we all needed that message. Do you know when the spirit guides come through those group messages, it gives me a real blessing too. You know, I get blessed by it as well as you all. Thank you, Star. There's Vanessa Seaman, $2 Canadian. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you, dear. Hi, Bob. Happy New Year. How do you see me this year? Well, you know, Vanessa, that would probably be a full hour private reading. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I am available for private readings. I do have a little bit of a backlog because I'm traveling and it's been holiday season. But Vanessa, let me just give you a little snapshot here to help you for right now. If you wanted, by the way, anybody wants to get my schedule for a private reading, contact me at my website, PsychicBob.com. There's a contact form over there. Send me an email. You can just go over there and buy a reading and then let me know that, you know, and we'll connect. But Vanessa, listen, I got to tell you, I'm getting the month of March here around you is kind of the turning point. I really feel like March is the beginning of the sense of freedom for you. I know that this last year, 2022, has been very overwhelming and very stressful, but it's kind of like the time we're in March, it's like you're free. And I want you right now, Vanessa, to really think about what is binding you and make a choice that by March, you're going to let that go, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a concept like I have to be something. You know, one of the things is, and this is one of the things I always like to think about, is that many times we bind ourselves up by false ideas, false beliefs. You know, I had somebody come for a reading once. I know I'm going on a tangent, Vanessa, but this is important for you. And somebody came to me and they said, well, Bob, I can never wear the color blue. Because they said if I saw them going to a ball, and they said, yeah, you're going to wear a beautiful blue gown. They said, oh, I'm not going to go to the ball because I can't wear blue. I said, why can't you wear blue? And they said, well, my mother said that it made me ugly and that I would never have happiness. I said, do you feel that way about the color? She said, no, I love it, but I'm scared to wear it. See, her mother planted a seed in her mind that limited her joy. And I told her specifically, I said, you go buy a blue ball gown and you go to that marine, it was a marine ball. And she did, her whole life changed. She met a guy there and ended up getting married, and her life's happy today. So the reason I'm telling this, Vanessa, for you, when you get to March, I want you to really, between now and March, think about casting off anything that's limiting you. Because I see a year of freedom, and I think 2023 for you is about prosperity, it's about joy, it's about travel, it's about you being you and not letting anybody hold you back. All right. I hope that gives you a little help. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right. There's my buddy Gary M. $5 donation. Thank you, Gary. Hi, PsychicBob. The place to buy or to rent to own has received an offer on other than mine. Ask Spirit if I should look for a different place. Let me find out. Anybody want to help with it? Chief White Eagle's talking to me. Yes. Chief White Eagle said that this is going to happen a few different times to you. He said, this is no block to you. It's just part of the process. That's his words. So if you really love that place, I think you should go ahead and push on it. White Eagle said, his literal words, he said, it doesn't matter. Even if he skips this, there'll be another property. You're in a place right now, Gary, where because you're following Spirit's just going to keep opening doors. So don't get too worried. And like I said earlier, don't take life so seriously. Just flow with it and have fun. So, okay, I'll put an offer. If they can't deal it, I'll just get another one. This is really where you are energetically. You're at a great place of opportunity, a place of turning, a place of growth. And I do see you getting a property out west very soon. So this one, I feel like I want to say don't back down. It's not over till it's over. And I think you should push on it if, and this is the words, if you want it. See, Chief White Eagle says that it doesn't matter in his mind as long as you're happy. I feel like you still have a chance for that, and I think it's worth it. But if you have another property you like more, set this aside and then work on that. It doesn't really matter because you're moving on as long as you're following your joy. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. All right, there is my buddy Maribel F. Hello, Maribel. So good to see you. Thank you. $5. Maribel's wonderful. We love Maribel. Maribel, Cole, and I both love you.
We both love you, like everybody else on the
Yeah,
channel.
everybody loves Maribel. Who doesn't love Maribel? She's just a cool person. Thank you so much. Hello, Bob and Cola. Is there anything I should say or do to convince Kay to let Uncle come down to Florida, or is he already convinced? Listen, your uncle is meant to be there. It's just that simple. And Kay trying to control the situation is being idiotic. What I want you to do is you're going to have to strong arm this a little bit. I want you to call in Leslie Flint. Leslie Flint's such an interesting guy. Not only was a wonderful medium, he's a really great protector guide. And so you need to ask Leslie Flint, and I just heard him say, I will, ask him to influence Kay. When we bring the spirit in and let the spirit influence, things have a way of changing really dramatically and magically. It's really fascinating. My teacher taught me this. She said, Bob, let the spirit people get involved. When you give them permission to get involved, they can do stuff you can't do. And this is one of those cases where Kay's being overprotective, trying to say no, and it'd be better to keep him here. But I can tell you, your uncle wants to be there, and he will thrive and do much better there. So you're going to have to bring in Leslie Flint, let him kind of maneuver the situation, and then he'll be with you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there is TGVG, €11.99. Thank you, TGVG. Blessings to you. TGVG says, I have my portfolio on my website. Yes. Is it wise to stay at my parents' for now or try to find my own house? Hence, I want to go to the UK for work. You know, TGVG, I don't see you staying in Amsterdam much longer. And I think for right now, you should stay with your parents because I feel like things in the next few months are going to switch quickly. And if as soon as you take a house in Amsterdam, you end up having to go and end up staying an extended stay in England. So I think stay with your parents for now because I just don't think you're going to be there long anyways, and it'll save you a lot of hassle. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like when you go to England, it's going to be like a longer term, like you're going to be there like maybe 4 or 5 months just at the beginning, maybe even longer. But I don't think renting a place in the Netherlands is going to work for you right now. Stay at your parents.
I think he's coming to London too.
All right. Cola said you're coming to London too.
I still see London.
She sees it too, and I do as well. Oh, by the way, TGVJ, I have to tell you on a side note, I was walking down the street the other day. I was up for an early morning walk, and I had a guy walk right by me. I thought it was you at first. It looked so much like you. It was like a shock. I was about to go, Julius, what are you doing here? But it wasn't as I looked at him. But I just felt like that was a sign, so I just want to tell you that. So you're coming to England. Get ready for it. Blessings to you. Thank you. Isn't that wonderful? Spirit people are amazing. Up there's Christine C. $4.99. Thank you.
It's my sister.
Thank you, Christine. Cola's back here saying you're her sister. All right.
My Armenian sister.
Her Armenian sister. Excuse me, I'm having some indigestion here.
Get a drink of water, babes.
I have a vision of what house I would love to move into. Not sure if it's attainable. Where and what kind of home do you see me buying? You know, Christine, the world won't believe me when I say it, and you won't believe me, and your family won't believe me. But I'm not lying. I've always seen you, and I still see you moving into a grand estate, like literally like Beverly Hills style home. I just feel like putting you in a small condo would choke life out of you. I think because of your past life karma, I really feel like one of your past lives, you were very wealthy and you lived in a large estate. And I feel like on a soul level, it's like you physically need a large, open, spacious home. I just don't think you're somebody who can live in a cardboard box. Now, me, I like living in a cardboard box. I just paint calligraphy on it and be cool. But I just feel like on a soul level, in a physical level, you physically require a very large open space. I'm seeing a large house for you, and I feel like this year you will turn it. Now, again, I don't see it till summertime. Once we get into June, July is where I feel that manifest. But what's interesting is I feel like this property that I'm seeing connected to you may actually be a property that was foreclosed upon. And it's like one of these properties that the bank doesn't know what to do with. And it's literally like a $4 million home. I'm not joking when I say this, but it's like just sitting and nobody wants to buy and they can't move it. Nobody's interested because it's foreclosure. And it's like you walk in and it might be through an auction because I keep seeing you standing around outside on a lawn with a group of people like bidding. So I want you to be open to housing auctions, because I feel this is a foreclosed property and it's literally like a $4 million home, but you get it at like probably like $200,000, literally. So just remember that. But that I see in the summer, but start planning it now. Blessings to you. Thank you. Yay. There is the North Star, €5. Thank you, North Star. Good to see you. Listen, North Star, I got to tell you, right now I'm walking here in your light, and I'm picking up a voice here around you. This is a man talking to me. He gives me the name of Jeb's last name, Jebson. His first name is like Jedediah, and the last name is Jebson. Isn't that a strange name? Jedediah Jebson. I believe he's actually American, but what's strange is he may have some connection to the Anabaptists, like either the Amish or the Mennonites. And what I hear him saying, he says, tell North Star, I'm trying to get them on a straight path where everything's simple. I think Jedediah Jebson's coming in here to teach you the way of simplicity. And it's strange because sometimes, and I'm not criticizing or saying you're doing this, but I can tell you just as a human, sometimes we make things harder than it needs to be. And your guide, Jebson, is coming in here, Jedediah Jebson, isn't that a name? To make things simple. So he's dressed like an Amish person or a Mennonite, and I think he's trying to teach you the way of simplicity. So kind of look right now at what's going on in your life. How enmeshed are you in complexity? And if you feel like you're being trapped or overwhelmed or it's just too much, I want you to call Jedediah Jebson and say, get me out of this mess, streamline my life. I give you permission to help me. This is going to open up because once we're into February, I feel like you're free of everything for the last 2 years. And you're moving down a path which is much lighter, much freer, much simpler. I hope that makes some sense. Blessings to you. Thank you. All right, there is Glittery Rainbow, €11.11. Thank you, Glittery. Thank you. Does my mind/brain have healing happening right now? I feel a constant pain, overall headache, especially when I try to rest and still the mind. Can Spirit please give me tips on this, please? Let's bring in Doris. She seems to know about the body, mind, and spirit better than I do. Doris, are you back there? Can you help me with this, please? What do you have for Glittery Rainbow? Yes. Doris says you're overtaxed. Your mind, you're physically using your physical brain when you would have much easier time using your psychic brain, your spirit mind. Now, do you remember, Glitter? I think you were in that class I taught about the chakra of the higher self. You're going to have to start shifting all your fear, all your anxiety up to that golden chakra. Doris has said that's absolutely right. She's agreeing with me on this. All right. What happens is when you shift all of that pain and stress up to here, the higher self just has this way of nullifying all the anxiety. It never has anxiety, but you're getting trapped in your physical mind. The physical mind has limits. People say, oh, the mind will never die or get injured. The mind can burn out, just like any organ. If I take my finger here, right, my hands, and I bend my fingers for 30 hours straight without stop, guess what? I'm going to strain all the ligaments. They would say, well, your hand's made to do that. Yeah, but it's not meant to do 30 hours straight. Same thing with our physical brain. If you think and think and think and think and overthink and analyze, you will damage your physical brain. People don't believe that, but it's absolutely true. And I bet you I could find a doctor somewhere who would agree with me on that. So I want you to start working with that golden chakra of the higher self. Dora said yes. She's going to come and anoint your brow at night with her cloth. She has a little healing cloth. So I want you to kind of keep a cool washcloth by your bed. Ask Doris to be with you. Lay that cloth on you and rest and shift everything to the higher self, the higher mind. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thank you. There's Maribel, a $5 donation. Thank you, Maribel. Blessings to you. The house isn't sold yet. I'm getting pressure to sell. Should I stay firm? Correct. Yeah, stay firm. Listen, don't let any realtor push you. They just want a quick commission. They're not thinking about your long-term investment and savings. So I still see you getting the price you want. You're going to have to wait till the end of the month. As I told you, it's going to be January. So we're only at the 10th. We got more time. Stand your ground. Blessings to you. All right. There's Jesper Clausen, 35 Danish krona. Thank you, Jesper. Hi, Bob. Can I have a message, please? All right, Jesper. Let's see what Spirit's got for you. Hold on just a moment. Yeah. Jesper, right now I'm walking into your light here, and I'm hearing the most beautiful voice. This is an Arcturian angelic presence talking to me. And they're talking to me, and hopefully you understand this because they said you know what I'm talking about. They're talking about incorporating vibrational sound or sound frequency into your work. Okay? So whatever you're doing in terms of your channeling, your meditation, you might want to explore adding a frequency of sound to raise the vibration. For example, they make these Tibetan singing bowls. Sometimes they're made of crystal or brass. But you want to find sound, way to incorporate sound into your channeling work. That's going to help open the channel to a higher frequency so that you can get more information, and it raises the frequency of everybody around you. So I almost feel like somebody that you're working with, I keep getting a female who's already exploring this. So I want you to talk to anybody you're working with in channeling, because I feel like together you're both going to get the right combination of sound and energy flow that takes that channeling to a next level. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Amanda S. again. Hello, Amanda. $4.99. Thank you, Amanda. I'm so happy to see you guys together. Well, blessings. We're having a great time. I'm going to drive to Texas next week to by myself to visit my mamacita's sister. Will I have a good trip? Hold on. Somebody's talking. Doris said yes. She said, great for her. Good. Yeah, you're supposed to do that trip. Okay. When you're traveling, it's interesting because you're actually being led there by spirit. Because I feel that your mamacita's sister actually needs you there. You're going actually on a mission for spirit. Now, you might think we're just going to hang out and have a good time. Visiting, they've been having some struggles. Your presence will be healing and a blessing. So you're doing the work of spirit. So by all means, please go on that trip. Doris said you're going to be safe. I see you being safe. You got our blessing. Go for it. Thank you so much. All right, there's Baron's Call Bob's. £1.79. Thank you. Any other messages for me, babes? Love you. Hold on, Bears. Let me just step into the light here. She's sitting over here. Hold on. Ooh. Archangel Michael just came in. Great power. Michael said, this is his words. He says, I'm turning the wheel of fortune for her.
Really?
So, yeah, so some things are coming. The angelic presences are helping you. I get the sense this has a connection to the housing situation. Like they're literally pushing that wheel to get things moving. So, if the angels are pushing it, it's going to be powerful. But I literally can see him standing up here and he's turning this. So that's his message. He said, I'm turning things. What's that? Hold on. Doris, I couldn't hear you. She said,
I can feel that right beside us, just making us cold.
Yeah, I can feel her too. She's right there. Yeah, that's nice. Doris said that she got your grandmother coming in to help you as well. I hear your grandmother. Your grandmother's a character. She's wound
up. Did ask her if she's going to make them really warm us?
We're not going to ask that. Yes, ma'am. She said, I can knit anything. Okay, well, we'll talk about that. Right now, ma'am, I have to ask you, what is the deal with her housing situation? I'm concerned about that. She said, I think I've got a breakthrough about here. She said, Rose and I have been down there together to the council. And she said, we are working it. Looks like there's a call coming next week, she said. She said, you're on the list, but they're not going to get to you till next week. It's been scheduled. Call her next week. So I think there's a call coming in. Okay.
I know Rose's name.
Yeah. All right. Please don't say that.
I won't. I've just told us.
Okay. Let's talk about that later. Okay. There you go. All right. Next week. Blessings to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Babs.
You're welcome. All right.
I feel more.
Oh, I just lost my place here.
Anthony.
Hold on. Let me just get down here. Anthony, 1969. £8.99.
He wants to confirm that the reading that you gave him last week about Arthur Findlay was spot on.
Oh, thank you so much. Here it is. Hi, Bob and Cole. Last week you said Arthur Findlay wanted to show my past lives. Well, I had almost profound dream last few days. It was with the help of Arthur Findlay. I'm so glad. Listen, Anthony, when you've got somebody like that helping you, you're not going to go wrong. I still feel his presence here around you today. And I really get the sense that this year, 2023 for you is very much about you kind of picking up where you left off. You have a lot of psychic gifts and a lot of power moving. I think you're a natural medium. I think you also have some healing gifts as well, because I feel like that there's some past life healing connected to the spiritualist movement, as well as past lives. I get it. Also, I was going to tell you this, an ancient Greek connection, as if you did working at a healing temple as well. So you definitely got, you're definitely an old soul crossed through a lot of lifetimes. I see healing around you. I see prophecy. I see mediumship. And I just heard Arthur Findlay said, that's right. And he says, we're putting him back to work. So Anthony, you might be thinking, I don't want to go out and do this work. But you know what? When spirit calls you, it's going to happen anyways. So it doesn't matter what I say. They're already called. They got your number. So you can ignore Psychic Bob, but they got your number. But I see good things for you. I want you just to, first of all, don't be overwhelmed, Anthony. I want you to say, okay, if spirit's leading, then spirit will take care of it. It's funny because in spiritualism, it's one of the few religions where we tell people don't try so hard. Now, that doesn't mean we don't do our part. But what it means is that if we really understand how it works, once we let the spirit people in, they get it going. We have to be willing to say yes to what they suggest. We have to be willing to do what they ask us. But if we can go with the flow of the spirit, things have an amazing way of happening. It's like when I was a young guy 30 years ago starting out, I'm in my 50s now. So when I was in my 20s, I was starting in spiritualism. And my teacher at the time, she said, your whole future is going to be that of a medium. You're going to work 10 hours a day, every day as a psychic. You're going to be on television. You're going to be on radio. I did not believe this. First of all, 30 years ago, we didn't have the internet. So, And I had no idea how I'd ever end up on TV shows. And guess what? In the 30 years since, everything she told me happened. I end up on TV shows, I end up radio shows, I'm on the internet. And my whole life, I work all day long, every day as a psychic. You see, so it's strange. And I'm telling you this because I think you are getting called to the service of spirit. You might not even want it. I didn't even sure I wanted it. But I'm telling you, if we let spirit in, it all happens. Blessings
Can
to
I
you.
have a quick word with him a minute? Anthony, 1969, Lemurian crystal. Spirit's coming through. He's got to put someone under his pillar to help him with his dreams. He's a Lemurian light worker.
Okay. Did you hear that? I don't know if you could hear that, Anthony. Cola said that she's got a spirit guide coming through that says they want you to get some Lemurian crystals and put them under your pillow at night. That's going to open your channeling connection to Lemurian energy and prophecy.
Because he's a Lemurian light worker.
And you are a Lemurian light worker. You've been in Lemuria and you're carrying that current with you. All right. Thank you, Cola. All right, Anthony. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. All right. Oh my gosh, there's Rising Storm Tarot. Hello, Rising Storm. Good to see you again. $15. Blessings to you. Thank you. Any messages for me? Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Rising Storm. Always good to have you here. Listen, I got to tell you right now, I'm walking in your light here, and I'm getting the most profound presence of Pleiadians around you. I don't know if you ever work with Pleiadians, but I'm literally hearing Commander Ashtar, and behind him, I'm getting like a row of like 20 Pleiadians in a group, and they're all like trying to talk to you. So I think you're going to be starting to get some messages from the Pleiadians now, and I just want to encourage you to be open to that. I feel like on a soul level, you've been there. You have like a long soul history with the star people. And it's like this year, 2023, that star people connection's picking up around you, okay? Also, Rising Storm, I got to tell you, I'm getting the word travel here. And my guide Fletcher's asking me to talk to you about some travel. He said that he wants you to be open to travel this year because the work you're doing, you're going to get invited to some fairs, like psychic fairs or some conferences. And he said, don't miss it. Don't just say, oh, I'll skip that this year. They want you, Spirit wants you to go out into the world because it looks like you're building some alliances and connections. And I get the sense this starts around March or April. It's like once we're in spring, it's like from there all the way to October, that's kind of the window for travel. So from March to October, you're going to get a lot more kind of attention. But what's strange is it's coming from outside your normal venue. Like say your local area, it's like you're traveling. You might get on a plane and go to Tennessee to a psychic fair, and boom, you just build a whole new client base. So be ready for that because you're expanding this year, but it's strange because you're expanding outside your normal geographical area, but it's connected to you actually traveling, making appearances, and being seen. All right, stay close to Commander Ashtar as well. The star people are working through you. Yeah, I just heard Commander Ashtar say, he said, let her know. He said that we are bringing people to her for readings that do not understand their connection to the star people. You're going to have some people that have been contactees with star people, but they don't know what it all means. And you're going to help them with that. That's going to be part of your work. All right. I hope that helps. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind and generous donation. Blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, guys. So listen, we are about at our hour here. But before I go, I want to just give a few quick spirit shout outs. The first spirit shout out goes to Kimmy. Hello, Kimmy. Good to see you. Listen, Kimmy, I got to tell you, I keep hearing your father's voice around me today. And he said, tell my daughter, he said, I love her, that I'm helping her. Looks like there's going to be some financial blessing coming in around end of February, beginning of March, somewhere there. Looks like we have an opportunity for some more earnings or a step up in job opportunities. So your dad is coming in from Spirit to ask me to bring that over to you. And he sends his light and his love from Spirit. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There is another message that I have here. This is for Whisper Spinner. Hello, Whisper Spinner. I hope you haven't left yet. Listen, I got to tell you, Whisper Spinner, I got my guide Doris back here, and she said that she wants to help you. She said she wants to help you move forward in love. You've been in a little bit of a holding pattern in the relationship area. And Doris says, Tell Whisper Spinner it's time for some love. Going to let love in. Be open to that. I feel like the end of this month, the end of January, is a significant time around personal relationships and romance for you. So if you're in a relationship right now, it's going to get better. I don't think this is an issue of a breakup. This is more like growth in that area and happiness. All right, stay close to Doris. She's going to help you. Thank you so very much. Blessings to you. Excuse me. And I've got one more spirit shout out here. And this spirit shout out goes to, where I lost her name here. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Lady Jane, listen, I got to tell you, I've got a few voices here. One is Doris Stokes. Doris said that she's coming in to give you some backup. I get the sense from what she's telling me, Lady Jane, that you may be, I hate to say, I got to be brutally honest here, though. There may be a second go around with those neighbors who are being challenging. I hope I'm wrong or misinterpreting this, because I don't want it to be true. But I heard Doris said, she said, well, I'm coming in as her backup to get them settled down.
It's the start. I'm going over there.
All right. Cola said she's your backup as well. So you got Doris and you got Cola. I just have to put it out there. I'm not trying to scare you. I also have another voice coming in here, which sounds like Leslie Flint. And Leslie Flint's asking me to tell you. And he said, tell Lady Jane she can count on me as her bodyguard as well. So I want you to take those two with you wherever you go right now, because they're going to be your backup, your protection. And you got Cola as a witness as well. Not trying to scare you. I don't see imminent disaster. This is not what I'm prophesying. But they could just be a little challenging, and Spirit's coming in to stop that before it starts. So I hope that makes sense. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here at the show today. God bless you. All right, guys, listen. I have to go. It's dinner time here in London.
And we are starving.
And we are starving, so we got to go eat something. Because after I ate those Vegemite sticks or whatever it was, Marmite sticks.
I'm still eating them.
Ugh, put me off anything. I need to eat real food to get my system back. Anyways, now I'm fine. Listen, I want to say thank you for being here. Love you guys. I'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got Wiccan Wednesday, 7 p.m. live broadcast. Don't miss it. We'll talk about mystical things and talk more about this mystical pendant that I got. If you don't know what this pendant is, you missed the beginning. Go back and watch. You guys are best. I love you. Sending my blessings. Listen, if you weren't here yesterday or didn't see it, I posted horoscopes and the astrology forecast for this week last night, so make sure to check that out. I love you guys. We'll be back here tomorrow for Wiccan Wednesday. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.